Nice. Let's roll again. Nice. Oh my goodness, are we going to do it? What's up guys, it's MTGGnome here, and today we'll be checking out Isshin 2 Heavens is 1. Now Isshin is a red, white, black 3/4 human samurai. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So we double up all our attack triggers and it just gets insane. We run a lot of removal in the deck because what I found out when I made the first build, and I may or may not include that game, it's good to have the cheap creatures, but once you can't do anything with those cheap creatures, the attack triggers really mean nothing. While it is nice to have the cheap creatures, you can do a separate build around where you do cheap creatures instead of the expensive creatures. So what I decided to do was make the expensive creatures, because they all have cool abilities, and we run a ton of removal. So we run cards like Sky Sovereign, Console Flagship. He crews for 3, so with Isshin on the board, tap Isshin to crew the flagship, and we attack. It deals 3 damage to any target. It deals 6 damage actually, because with Isshin it doubles up the triggers. Ballista Charger, the same thing, it crews for 3. It's a 6/6, big body. All we have to do is tap Isshin. When it attacks, it does 1 damage to any target, but we get that ability twice. Glorybringer, when we exert it when it attacks, it does 4 damage to target non-dragon creature. So it deals 8 damage. So we can do 4 damage to something and then 4 damage to something else. Ghostman Dragon, you guys know Ghostman Dragon, great card, but we can make 2 treasure tokens. Drana is in here to give our stuff recursion if it dies, if we're in a long game. I don't know if we're ever going to be in a long game. I don't know if I really want to keep Drana in here. It feels more clunky more than anything because your opponent has to choose the non-legendary creature card. Let me know what you guys think about that one. Olivia is just a better Drana, way better Drana, because it does come down with haste and we get to target the creature card in the graveyard. So Velocomist is a great card for the deck, especially since we are running a ton of removal. Velocomist can trigger twice, essentially searching 14 cards off the top of our library because he gets double triggers from Isshin. And when I just decided to run Ruinous Ultimatum because why not? We're playing Mardu. We rarely get to play Mardu in Arena. Delina is another bomb in the deck. I say Delina, Velocomist, and the 2 vehicles are like chef's kiss for the deck because you can take down an opponent so quick with all those cards. Just the board state might seem crazy, but when you actually get to attack with those cards, either deal damage or copy your creatures, it's insane. Hoarding Ogre, because we make more treasure tokens, we get the double attack trigger. And Winota, I'm iffy about Winota in here because you have to attack with non-human creatures, and I just don't know if we have enough non-human creatures in here. I decided why not. I thought it'd be a cool include. Venerable Warsinger deals combat damage to a player. Return target creature card with mana value X or less from the graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of damage it dealt. It isn't an attack trigger, but our opponent's going to have to deal with this because it's going to bring back some of our stuff from the graveyard from the early game. You guys know Krinko. We make a ton of goblins if Krinko's on the field with Isshin. Bolthound, all creatures get +2/+0 instead of +1/+0, and that can really seal the game. Morbid Opportunist for when your opponent has to block your creatures and they die, you get to draw a card off of it. Adeline is really good. We get to make 2 tokens instead of 1 for the attack triggers. Crux is pretty good because when it attacks, your opponent has to discard, so we can actually make our opponents discard 2 cards, but kind of clunky with the mana cost, with the escape cost and all that. So not sure if I want to keep Crocs in here. I just thought it'd be cool to include them. Triumphant Adventurer gets a lot of value, especially going into the mine of Fandelver. It only takes 2 attacks with Isshin on board to actually finish the dungeon, and it does get you a lot of value. Being able to scry, being able to make a goblin or treasure token, and then being able to do those other abilities actually comes in handy more than you think. Rahilda's in here because it's not an attack trigger, but we do get to get something off our opponent's library. It comes down for cheap. Our opponent has to remove it or they get their stuff exiled off their library, so it's an issue. A new card in here, Gorgoro, Disciple of Ryusei, is 1 in a red, 2/2. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn for 1 red, and then 3 in red. Create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying, and we can only activate that if we control an attacking modified creature, which there's not going to be too many times where we control a modified creature, but I put it in here just for the 1 red, give everything haste. That's really great. Dreadhorde Arcanist, we can maybe cast our removal spells again if we attack, and we get that ability twice with Isshin on board. So Valky I put in here to play Valky sometimes to see what's in our opponent's hand, and maybe late game if we draw it, we can just play Tobolt and get value off of that. And you see all our removal here. Intrepid Adversary to make our board big when we really need to. Alsi of Life's Bounty to protect Isshin when he comes down. Esper Sentinel to have card draw. I don't know if I should keep Esper Sentinel in there, but Esper Sentinel is a good card all around. So Selfless Savior to protect Isshin when he comes down, and our removal package. So that's the deck. It's pretty solid. Let's go check out some games and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh, we're up against Sythis. We go first, so we will have the removal for him. So, and we do have our colors, so let's keep this. We have Faithful Absence and Infernal Grasp. So let's, we could play the Faithful Absence on Sythis. Sythis decks, they need to keep Sythis out. If they don't keep Sythis out, that's a wrap. Get out of here. We can play the Combat Celebrant next turn. Or maybe even we could maybe play the Seize the Spoils. So we can have that extra treasure token. What will we discard though? Will we discard the Ruinous Ultimatum? Since it's so far away? Probably that. It's gonna be a while before we get that. Let's see what he does here. If he plays Sythis, we can Faithful Absence to Sythis. Because that's the way they get card advantage on the Sythis deck, is just to keep trying to play Sythis. Sythis, Sythis, Sythis. It's a mouthful to keep saying. Alright, so Ranger Clash for 1 green. How good is that? Oh, that's pretty bad for us. Play the Combat Celebrant. Pass the turn with that. If he plays... So now we Faithful Absence, right? He's already got the value out of it. So he gains a life, draws a card, puts a counter on something. Hope we get an untapped land here. And that thing has vigilance. What the hell? Both temples. Let's put that on the bottom. Let's go for Isshin right now. If he takes it out, I mean, it's alright. We can sack the bounty to give Isshin protection. This is going to take out our biggest creature in 2 turns. So he goes swing with everything. Oh no, he's just swinging with the one. I don't know why he didn't swing with Heliod. I don't know. Let's put that on the bottom. We need removal. So, and we could Combat Celebrant. We could take the chance, give him protection, but we can't give him protection from green and white. That's the only bad thing. No, let's just get this. Let's Fire Prophecy this. Yeah, let's put that on the bottom of the library. Draw a card. Wow. No inserts or sorceries. So now you can play Sythis. Oh, we don't have the mana. We played the temple, so that was actually a bad move on my part, wasn't it? I should have played the untapped land to actually have the mana to give Isshin protection. Yeah, we're just gonna have to block, right? And that's 7 mana. I mean, that's 7 damage that we take. No way. This is why Sythis decks are annoying, man. About to ruin this man's whole career. 6. Get out of here. Give me that 3/3 dinosaur. Give me my haste. You're getting screwed today, buddy boy. And we're gonna exert our boy. Look at that. Get out of here. And there's another combat step I'm waiting for you. Hey, we draw a card. That's fine. That was the perfect draw, man. So glad I put that in the deck. Good game, man. That was a tough one, but we pulled it off. Unless he draws Banishing Light. Ooh, Elspeth Conquers Death. We'll play Isshin again. We'll attack. Oh, Lightning Bolt, that's game. Oh, man. Let's go. Get out of here, Sythis. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Haven't seen a Kodama deck played yet, so we'll see how. Let's play the Temple of Silence first. Yeah, we'll take a Mind Stone. Let's play that. We could play Solemn turn 3. Get our red source. We can probably kill Kodama. What can we kill Kodama with? No, we don't have anything. Well, the plan was to go get a thing, but I wanted to put this out here so Kodama wouldn't. Ooh, Ozolith. So Kodama doesn't have to be. You know what? We'll let that go through. We can play Solemn here. Go get a red source. Play the Savior. Let's scry one. If I like it. Exploration. No, let's put that on bottom. Win 7. As you should be playing that in the deck.
Those who fear the forest, just from root to canopy, the trees are mighty.
Let's do it. Let's create a token, treasure token. Till your next turn. Let's have it get on that. The Ballista Charger is only crew 3, so we can tap Isshin to crew the Ballista Charger. Well, no, we can't. Because he Crows and grips it. So none of that shenanigans here. Oh, Dragon Guard Elite. We'll block with the Solemn. So we can draw a card. Here we go. Lands. Let's get rid of the Snarl. We could play this. Yeah, let's do that. 3 damage to target. 3 damage to Kodama. Triggers twice. We draw a card off the dungeon. Let's go into the yawning portal. No, you know what? Let's keep going to the mine offend over. Down on the bottom. The good thing is we have the Infernal Grasp here, so if something really dangerous comes down, we can take care of it. Sky Sovereign and Ballista Charger is like really good for the deck. They're 5 mana, but let's bolt the Dragon's Guard Elite. No. He draws a card off that. Block that. Play the Sky Sovereign. That doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, we could do that. Let's hit him for 1. 3. We got the Infernal Grasp. Domo the West Tree, so we can get rid of this. Kill that. I know he gets the counters on the Ozolith, but it's really the least of my worries. That. Boom, get out of here. I should have attacked with Isshin too, but that's okay. Alright. We're gonna see what's going on. What does he draw? Do we do it? We do it with no cards in hand. Woo! Alright, we're up against another Satoru deck. I like this hand. It's really simple. We got a removal spell. It's Faithless Loot. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I guess it's to get rid of the mountain. Oh, wait, but the mountain, it doesn't come in untapped next turn. Whoops. All the pressure of making a discard decision. Alright, so we're playing some little cheap things to give them ninjutsu. I should have kept that mountain in hand. I might actually come over to screw me now. Alright, now we come in untapped. We can play the Skyclave Relic. Now, you know what, let's just play the Arcane Signet. And then we save the Heartless Act for Satoru coming down. Perfect. So I was hoping he wouldn't pass turn and just hold up a counter spell, so I'm glad he did that. We could play Delina. And then play Combat Celebrant, go to attack with Delina, and then... Would that work? Oh no, because it has to be exerted when it attacks, that's right. Whoops, didn't read the card right. Why would you ever want to block with Delina? Thousand Face Shadow. We could play Combat Celebrant and play Esper Sentinel. Nine. I think we're still okay. I think because he wants to keep attacking, right? So he's going to keep attacking. I think where it gets hairy is what we're going to decide to do now. This turn. We can kill one of these. Silver Fur Master. Oh man. Now we don't even get to kill the ninja here. Oh, that's good. That's so good. I say we just go for it. Can we kill him? Yeah. Nice. Let's roll again. Nice. Oh my goodness, are we gonna do it? 2, okay, we'll take that. Okay, 2, we'll take that. We did it! Let's go! Wow, we got lucky there. We got so lucky there. Alright guys, that's the deck. Pretty freaking insane, dude. As you see, the potential that happens with the deck comes out of nowhere with these attack triggers. Who would have thought combining Delina Wild Mage with Combat Celebrant? Combat Celebrant is a 4/1, and if you get a bunch of tokens like that and you have an extra attack step, you can just copy Combat Celebrant again and have more 4/1s. It's freaking nuts. And then Velocmis Lorehold, an absolute bomb in this deck, because if we are playing a bunch of removal spells, why not play Velocmis? While we attack our opponent in the sky with Vigilance and Haste and Flying, we can take care of their board as well. As you saw in the Sythis game, which that game was out of reach for me until I drew Heliod's Intervention, and then I played Velocmis Lorehold. I mean, that was like the heart of the cards right there. So this deck is really fun. It's kind of heavy on the rares and mythics, but I'm trying to get these out for you guys so you guys can check it out for yourselves and just go crazy with it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, what cards you would put in the deck and what cards I shouldn't have in the deck. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.